Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Nat Walsh. Today we have a blog hop for TLC Designs' new release, and it's pretty cool. So you'll get to hop along and just check out all the new yumminess. Okay, so this paper range is called Delicious, and it's pretty delicious. So we've got lots of little stripes, and we're going to use one of those today just for a little bit of something in the background. Little pumpkins, little leaves falling. They're pretty yummy. They're very, very yummy. So these just currently printed out on paper, but just so I have a guide. So we've got this little image. Now I have made it really, really small because we're just going to do a pretty plain and simple little card today. Just a little bit of a scene, a little bit of the pattern paper which I printed out on cardstock. Just some thin cardstock, nothing too amazing with that. Excuse my coloured fingers. I was prepping for a class that I'm teaching very shortly, and yeah, the Delusion ink, the sprays, got a little bit carried away. So this is what we're looking at. I thought I'd jump on and do a little bit of a live because there's no one here. And it's so exciting. There's simple pleasures in life, mate. Simple pleasures in life, you know, like coming downstairs, making your breakfast, cleaning up after breakfast, and knowing it's going to be like that, and at least until lunchtime. Because, you know, the little darlings, you clean up, and as soon as you clean up, it's like a bell for everyone to come down and have breakfast, because they've not yet had breakfast, but it's 11 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, please tell me I'm not the only one. We're going to jump over to a voiceover for this, because this is now going to be sped up so we can get this all done and I don't bore you to tears. I'll see you soon. Okay, so what I didn't tell you was this stamp set is called Festive Friends. I told you the paper range, but I didn't actually tell you the stamp set. So there's quite a few we're here in Melbourne, we're in winter, and we don't actually say fall. So I decided to go for let the festivities begin. Koalas, which community service announcement, they are called koalas. Okay, they're not called koala bears, just for my American friends over there. And we're going to use a mixture of warm greys, because koalas are a little bit on the warmer side. Obviously you get some that are and some that not, but we're going to colour him a bit of a warm, and our little penguin is going to be much more of the coolers. I've made him quite small because our fairy penguins are still not as big as that. They are little. If you ever come to Melbourne, you need to see the Fairy Penguin Parade, and if you come to Melbourne, let me know. Anyway, I'm using the W5s, W3, W1 for the majority of my little koala. The ears, they're going to have a little bit of pink. It's going to be R30, and I'm going to bring in my WO and just to blend that little pink out. Now what I'm going to do, we're just going to fix that little bit of, I used totally the wrong color there. Get rid of him. What I'm going to do is I've got some isopropyl rubbing alcohol. This is stuff that we get here in chemists and supermarkets everywhere. I can't tell you the alcohol content of it because we can't get like 90% rubbing alcohol in supermarkets and chemists. We've got to find beauty supply pieces. this is what you need to do. You need to think about what you want to be, have that furry texture. Okay, so for example, if you are going to color a person, you need to do their whatever you want to be furry first. So if a woolly jumper or a pair of jeans and you want to have a little bit of texture, you do those first. Let that dry off, which, I mean, it dries pretty quick, but let that dry off, and then you can color their skin or their hair. Okay. So you've just got to be aware of that. Otherwise, I mean, I have done it where it's a pair of jeans that I want to give a bit of furry technique, but I've done the skin, but you just have to obviously be super careful. A little penguin dude, his head and his beak, I've made his beak a little bit lighter. I think I went the C5. The head is a C9, and we'll come back to that. Okay, so I've got this chart, which is just a chart that I found online. I can't tell you if I can link it, but what I want you to think about is any of the color combinations that you come across, for example, like this video. Mark it down. Do the colors so you can see it. I've got it in a little display book so I can see the color combinations, and I pick them out. So because I thought I had pressed play, we've lost a little bit of our ground. So what I'm going to do is just do these leaves a little bit. I've added a little bit of green in the base of them, but which I haven't done down the bottom. I've kept them a lot more brighter. And we've got G29. The lighter green is G24. But we've got on the leaves there, we've got G29, R29 as well. G29, R29, and Y19 that you can see there. And it's just blended out the red with the yellow to give it a nice little orange tone to it. So what I suggest to you is just make yourself a little chart and put down all your colors so you have a quick reference to go through and remember all those colors, that when you need a quick card, you've already got the color combinations down there. So our penguin, we'll go back to our penguin. He was down from C9 all the way down to a CO for his outer bits, because his belly was a little bit darker, his head the darkest and lightest. So I've mounted that up, and then we've glued so the little koala and the penguins are mounted up. I've got some sequins here. We're just going to put those down with a bit of glue, just their sequins from our stash that had that little bit of goldy orangey tone. And that's pretty much going to be my card. So check out the blog and all the details. You have some close-up photos of that. You'll have a link over to the next person to hop along to, and check out their cards. Check out the new stamp sets and papers. I hope you enjoyed. Take care. See you next time. Bye.